Hi and welcome to Ballyphehane Tidy Towns. My name is KONRAD and I'm one of the founders of Ballyphehane Tidy Towns. This training video is to teach you about the work we do, why we do it and how you can help us with your participation in the Ballyphehane Tidy Towns Youth Hub programme. And thanks in advance for joining us and we look forward to working with you this year.
My name is Natalie and I'm one of the members of Ballyphehane Tidy Towns. We established in June 2021 and it was just following a conversation where we noticed there was broken glass and a bit of rubbish up in the park and what could we do about it. And from there, 3 years later, we're still going from strength to strength. We have volunteers that turn up every Saturday. In the summer months from kind of May to September, we meet on Wednesday evenings and we do a power hour around the area as well. And then we get a lot of schools involved as well. So we have a couple of secondary schools and we get primary schools involved in some projects. We go around the area, we do litter picks, make sure that there's no rubbish left over. We give some rundown places a bit of TLC and a bit of love. So one project that we done would have been Pearse Square. So we installed some planters in Pearse Square and we got a load of schools involved and we done some clay tile walls. That was one project. And then the next project that we done, we built a maze garden. A wheelchair accessible maze with sensory gardens on either side and some wheelchair accessible planters. So we're not just about litter picking, we're not just about planting flowers, there's a lot more that we do get involved in. We support other local community organisations and their projects as well. So you might think that Tidy Towns is just picking up litter or planting plants, but it's a lot more than that. Why do Ballyphehane Tidy Towns? Why not? Ballyphehane is a great place. We're full of history. It's an area that's old, that, you know, it's full of history, it's full of life as well at the same time. So we have like the graveyard with botanical gardens, we have the market gardens that used to be here before a lot of the housing estates. And a lot of the houses are old, a lot of the areas are old. So Ballyphehane just needs a little bit of TLC and a little bit of love, and that's what we're here to do. So for this, you're a secondary school, so you'll be involved in our Wednesday pickup. So you go around, you might do some litter picking, you might do some planting, depending on what little jobs need to be done throughout the year.
Hi, I'm Eilish, one of the volunteer board members here up at Ballyphehane Tidy Towns, and I'm actually in the middle of one of our projects, which isn't finished yet, but it's a work in progress. It's going to be our sensory maze garden that's wheelchair accessible. So we'll have a medicinal planting side and we'll have an educational space for the local schools and community groups. So it's a nice little addition to the park and one of the many projects we've been working on and that we've got funding for. So at Tidy Towns we actually have people from all walks of life that join us regularly, young, old, everywhere in between, and people of varying needs and abilities. We get a lot out of it and it gives us a sense of community, it promotes mental health and well-being. It brings people out of their shell, out into the community a bit more. I think when we started up in COVID, everybody was feeling the need for that human connection again. And this was the ideal kind of setting because it meant we could come out, be in a group, talk to people, but at the same time we were keeping our distance. So we were one of the very few things that actually started up in the midst of COVID, but it brought us all together because it was our only outlet. Socially. It's great, yeah, people love to come together. We'll have a chat and a cup of tea afterwards and people come for that as much as they do to help keep the community clean. So as I was saying, we have people from all kind of backgrounds, young, old and everywhere in between, but we welcome new members and we welcome sporadic members if you want to just pop up once in a blue moon. We don't need a full commitment. We just like anybody to come by, get to know us a little bit, see what we're about. We know it's a big commitment to give up your Saturday morning, but we welcome anybody at any time just for a drop-in or just for a workshop or regularly on a Saturday. So come as you're able and we welcome you. There'll always be a cup of tea going and we'll always have a bit of a chat and a banter.
Hi, Hi everyone, my name is Grania. I'm a volunteer with Ballyphehane Tidy Towns and I'd like to welcome you all to the youth hubs of the Ballyphehane Tidy Towns. I'm here today just to talk to you about the benefits of actually being involved in the Ballyphehane Tidy Towns and number one, connecting and engaging with your community. It's important when you're out and about to engage with the community. People will come over and they'll say hello to you and they'll actually congratulate you for all the good work that you've done. Number two, so benefit of actually being involved in the Tidy Towns and Ballyphehane Youth Hub is fresh air and fun. It beats being behind the desk for 2 hours, doesn't it? Also, it creates an awareness to nature and your environment. When you're out and about, just take note of nature. If there's any issues that you feel that actually you would like to bring to the Tidy Towns, take note of it and then contact us directly and we'll work with you to see if we could actually resolve these issues. Also, you could add it to your CV. When you're out looking for work, you could put under voluntary work experience, and I'm sure that any potential employer would look favourably in asking questions around your voluntary work with Ballyphehane Tidy Towns.
So, now that you know a bit more about us, I'm here to tell you the basics that you're going to need to know for the next few weeks. So, from today, you'll be out in the community every week with your school and you'll be carrying out your litter picks. And to do this, you're going to need some tools. So we provided your schools with a litter picker so you don't have to bend down to pick up the rubbish. We also provided some gloves for safety and we also provided biodegradable bags. Ballyphehane Tidy Towns uses biodegradable bags to help with protect the environment a bit more. And more importantly, we've also provided some high-vis vests. These are to make sure that you're visible when you're out on the street, so people in the community know that you're helping with Ballyphehane Tidy Towns, but also it's for your own safety, that if you're crossing roads, that you're more visible. So you'll be out in your groups, doing your route weekly, and safety is of the utmost importance. So you'll have your high-vis and you must make sure you're looking out for traffic when you're crossing roads. But then as well, things like to avoid picking up sharp glass and to avoid picking up needles. If you put glass or needles in your bag, it can rip through and they can cut you along the way. So if you see anything like that, just report it to your teacher and they can report it to us. And also, when you're out and about in your groups, make sure that you stick together so no one gets lost and that if something does happen, there's someone there to help you. And the most important thing is to have fun when you're out and about, get to know the area, get to know the people in your community. And we look forward to working with you throughout the year and we'll have a celebration at the end of the year.